Come on. Chop, chop.
Fucking right. We're back like we never left this bitch.
Back like 4 flats.
Go.
I can only hit the earphones like this.
Can you hear it though? Bro, fucking Breakfast Club has changed their shit 3 times since we called that out. I don't know if you peeped. I can't barely hear you. You gotta choke up on that.
Like this?
Yes. Nah, it was way good. Yo, what it do, cousins? It's your boy, Benny Hunnits. I'm with my brother. The funk is real.
Big Funk, what they call him.
Big funk, what they call them. And we are the villagers. About damn time we back in this bitch. Quarantine tried to take us out.
Yeah, dog. The Rona almost got us. Rona had the streets closed. They had the studios closed. They had shut down podcasts and all the Spotify and Apple. Damn Rona. So that's why we've been on this 1 month hiatus. Hey, good to see you guys again.
Yeah, we promise. We ain't on our hacker shit. We ain't on that bullshit. You know, we got a little system going now. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn hackers. But shit,
How you been?
man, I don't know how I've been. I've honestly, I feel like I've just been in the house so much that my brain has been suppressed to where I'm like, how many days has it been? What day is it? I don't even know who I am anymore at this point.
The whole month of April and half of May just like Thanos, is that it? Thanos just
Thanos.
Shut up, man.
That's a thick dude. Look at that thick old leg Thanos looking out. That's good, bad.
Yeah, man, Thanos done snapped and half the people in the world got that Rona.
Rona.
Bro, this shit is actually like a full-fledged, I don't know what to believe, which kind of sucks because I don't know what's real and what isn't.
I don't know, bro. There's too many conspiracies with the Rona, right? Like that one video we had seen where they were talking about how all of this is because of money, essentially, and stopping the world. And I don't know, bro. It's after a while, I just like, what? What? So is this real or not? I need to know. Can I go outside?
Bro, I mean, it's definitely real, the fact that this shit exists. How many people are dying from it and all that other shit is what's up for debate now. Because there's like doctors and nurses and shit coming out saying like, yo, we're being like encouraged to put COVID-19 on the death certificate when it may not have been that they actually died from COVID-19. Even if they have like symptoms or whatever, it's like, you know, they may have died from some other shit, but we're calling it COVID-19 deaths. And then if you remember at the beginning, everybody was like, oh, you're more susceptible if you have, you know, high blood pressure, diabetes, but all this shit that be killing people.
Yeah, really, everything black people got.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun. The irony that in the beginning it was black people can't catch this, but it's you're at higher risk when you have diabetes, high blood pressure, all the things that, you know, African Americans suffer from the most.
Hell yeah. So it's because the
signs were there in the beginning. We just ignored them.
That's facts. I think niggas, we was hoping we was exempt because Africa wasn't getting it, but that's not true.
Yeah, you seen, I saw, and of course, you know, I don't know how accurate all these numbers are around the world, but where it was Eritrea, where they had however many confirmed cases, and all of them recovered.
Yeah, nobody died.
Yeah. I don't know what is in that Araki.
Whatever it is, they need to ship that shit over here. But I'm telling you though, like if you think about it, because the mortality rate is still like single digits, right? It's not like you get it and 20, 30, 50% of people dying, right? So it leads me to ask that question, like, all right, so what exactly is killing these motherfuckers? Like, it can't be just the COVID, because it's a bunch of people who ain't dying.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch.
So
for all those people who aren't dying, the people who are recovering.
Yeah.
That's one thing. We don't get enough statistics. We don't really get enough detail behind the numbers. We just kind of get a number and that's what it is. And we just kind of make our own assumption and take whatever we hear from the news from it.
Yeah, and it's really not hard for me to believe that there's somebody in the back who has found a way to make money from this situation.
Oh, there's always any disaster, there's money. Somebody's getting rich.
Bro. Now, man, shit. Speaking of that though, like outside of just the direct, because the reason the shit I'm talking about as far as directly getting rich is like pharmaceutical companies, whoever fucking makes the vaccine, blah 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 blah. But
The drug dealers,
yeah, the legal
the legal drug dealers, the
yeah.
niggas with buildings and LLCs and mortar and brick.
Bruh, and
Oh,
fucking
yes.
publicly traded companies. You buy people buying stock in different companies because they know that they make the shit that's gonna save people. Like, it's crazy how the whole shit is built around money. But the motherfucker who came up the most is fucking Jeff Bezos, bro. That nigga about to be a trillionaire.
Oh yeah, he's disgustingly rich. I can't even stand it.
Bro, the whole market was tanking and Amazon shit was like do. It dropped at first, but now it's like it's ugly, bro.
Because nobody wants to go to anything, and everybody's just ordering everything.
And not only that, but the world is projecting that that's where we're headed. It's like, fuck it, we're just gonna buy everything online, and we're all gonna use Amazon.
They got the little damn drones that drop off shit.
They
got
come knock on your door,
drones.
ding ding. Bro, that shit wild.
It'd be tripping. I sat outside once and I just watched and I seen the Amazon guys drop off, and they're so great. They just drop it off. Then they take a picture of it, and in real time you are getting all of these updates on your phone.
Yep.
Of where your package is. That motherfucker said it's 2 blocks away, and then 5 minutes later you got a picture.
Yeah, because they got smart because it was, I know it was niggas calling in claiming like, oh, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. So they're like, yeah, so y'all just gonna have to start. We're gonna put it in that little app, the Deliver app, and it's like, nah, we're taking pictures and showing. So the only way you can deny it is if somebody came and jacked that shit.
I'm gonna just repaint the outside of my door and wall.
That ain't my door.
What the fuck? Clearly, this is not mine. I do not have this color outside.
It's like, what do you? That's not my door. My door's green.
Whose house is this? Wrong one.
Yeah, bro, that shit is bananas, man. But it has brought out a lot of creativity, like a lot of creativity, right? I think we are the last time we got on was the very beginning of this COVID-19 coronavirus shit, and so I think we talked a little bit about Tory and like quarantine radio.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit,
that
right?
was the last time quarantine radio was still popping.
Yep, and now it's the what?
The demon time.
The demon, bro. Now they, first of all, I want to know statistically how many girls done came up and got rich off of OnlyFans since this shit.
Bruh, it's a lot of. I see a lot of like random articles. I think I saw one where it said like Eric Mena made 6 figures in the last 2 weeks on OnlyFans. I just saw today. Like
Who?
Eric Mena.
Oh, she's a baddie?
Yeah, she's a little baddie. She's the one that's with Safari.
Oh, yeah. Because people were like criticizing them because they both have OnlyFans accounts now, or he promotes hers or something.
They have a very
Fluid,
they
relationship.
they got a fluid relationship. I don't
very
know.
liberal.
Yeah, they known in their past being some little freaks, you know what I'm saying?
Ah.
So it's not a surprise that they got one. And hell, honestly, Sauce Walker got one.
Yeah.
And, he be pimping, so he got
Yeah,
2 of them
yeah.
white girls.
Yeah.
Built like stallions.
For real?
Fine. Them white hoes is fine. I don't give a shit what none of y'all girls say. Them bitches are bad. Y'all tripping.
It's a bad thick
White
white
girls
jump.
gonna be mad at me, but I don't care.
Yeah, thick white girls is serious.
Oh yeah, and he said he was talking about how it's like, yeah, they made a couple M's last year off on OnlyFans. He said, I've been hip to this. He said, I even went ahead and started my own. So I'm gonna be right here slinging right on the boulevard.
Wow.
Yeah, straight up. So I was walking out here slinging right on the boulevard on OnlyFans. On the OnlyFans.
That shit crazy, bro. It's a lot of money. Breaking up relationships and shit because girls is like, fuck it. I'm just going to throw ass on OnlyFans or do whatever's going on. It's funny because didn't that shit, like, wasn't that a Snapchat thing at first? The OnlyFans thing?
No, so there's a Snapchat Premium.
Snapchat Premium.
So honestly,
That's
you
right.
could do either or, really.
Yeah.
I think with, but OnlyFans is more so like a social page as well. Well, not a social
Damn.
page, but it gives you like it's a page, kind of like an Instagram, right? Where you can
Yeah.
have photos and videos posted.
Yeah.
So if you're subscribed to whomever, you'll be able to see whatever they put.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't know how the restrictions are on screen recording, screenshots. Like,
That's what I would think too. Cause like at least on Snapchat you couldn't do that. At the beginning, like you couldn't, or at least it would alert them, right? If
Yeah.
you tried to like screenshot some shit over, like took a screenshot of your shit. But now with screen recording,
I'm not sure. Cause last night, so the creator of Demon Time, I think it's Justin LA Boy, who he seems to have mutual friends of ours. We know him. I don't even know who the guy is, but this dude started a phenomenal after hours where the freaks come out and they popping pussy and busting it open on Instagram Live.
So this is a regular guy? I don't know.
I guess, but I think he's friends with celebrities and things of that sort. Like yesterday on his thing, you saw Justin Combs, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's friends with them and shit like that. But as far as who he is, I don't really know him, who or what he does. But he started this Demon Time, and its popularity grew. Celebrities found out, and a lot of women, I guess the OnlyFans performers kind of got some, gained some clout and some attention off of it, right? And so, hell, he got a shout out from Beyonce on the goddamn song.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
You've made it.
Yeah, you're pop culture now.
You're pop culture.
Bro, The Weeknd and Beyonce, arguably the two biggest stars in the world, both mentioned him in the last month in the music.
And Jay-Z wrote that lyric too.
Yeah, Jay-Z, Hove, the God.
And so they teamed up with OnlyFans actually after that song, and they were trying to do the Demon Time last night. It was going to be a revival because he had been shut down so many times on Instagram. They literally had his IP address blocked to where he couldn't even go on live, nothing. Right? So they went to extreme measures to keep him from doing his Demon Time, right?
Which is crazy because people obviously want it.
What? I screen recorded it when he had the girl on there, the Colombian chick who stuck the Henny bottle up her ass. And at the time, I was rewatching it yesterday, and it had 44,000 people at that time of the night watching it. And I never forget. And when you're screen recording, you can see everything you're doing. I don't know how many times I was sharing this damn video to people. I was like, yo, nigga, this live. This is the wildest shit I ever seen. I'm just like, yo, this girl just stuck a Henny bottle up her ass.
Bro, I remember. I think you sent that shit to me.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? How are they getting away with this on Instagram Live? It took a while for it to get deported. It was like 10 minutes of her just going live like this.
Well, because it wasn't like predominantly suburban motherfuckers, let's just say, who was on there, you know what I'm saying? But I think what it did was, because a big part of I would think the people who are on that are like, people who, I don't want to say, is stripping considered sex work? It's not, right?
Nah.
It's like dancing, right?
Yeah, it's exotic dancing.
Exotic dancing, right. But a lot of exotic dancers are out of work. So OnlyFans became like a place for them to go to rack up the money. And the way I see it, that shit's way safer than stripping. Like way safer, because you ain't got to worry about being in the clubs. Forget just the corona aspect, right? Obviously, it's way safer when you think about getting sick. But even outside of this, like I would think that people, strippers would reconsider whether it's worth it to go to a club and strip when you can do that shit from your crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to worry about, being snatched up. You don't have to worry about obviously getting sick, getting drugged. None of that shit. I don't know what strippers deal with, but I could assume that it can be wild. And then, a lot of times they got to turn the other way and do other things to get money. But the type of money they're getting on this shit for being at home, shit, I'm sure if you play it right, you could write off the house, because now that's your work office. Straight
up. They can finesse it in several ways. And really, the thing is, with the emergence of Demon Time, a lot of other people have been doing Instagram lives where they have like the strippers come on there and they shake some ass. They could put their Cash App and make those tips, make that money. Yeah. It's almost like being at the club, like you said. It's a rotation. It's like, okay, calling to the stage. Yeah. Such and such, right? Yeah. Big titty whatever coming onto the stage, and then boom, after she done, the next person come up to the stage. It's like a strip club.
Just like a strip club.
And they go from different lives to different lives. It's just going into the next club. It's like, oh, okay, let me go over here. Some people over here.
That's crazy.
Because bust it open.
In a way, I think Tory helped that too, because that's what he was doing.
Yeah, and he had
and he wasn't getting. Yeah, exactly. He had the big one, the porn stars, the Uber celebrities. Everybody was on.
Prime cut Poonan. You know what I'm saying?
The premium strip.
Premium of if the high end of the Poonan pie. Yeah. Or the Poo-Tang pie, it is the high end of it. He had all your favorite porn stars popping in and out.
Yeah, bro.
No, thank you, Tori, for that.
Yeah, honestly, bro, he shifted the culture
Justin.
with that shit. Yeah,
Respectfully,
Justin,
thank you.
Respectfully, hashtag
Thank you for
respectfully.
demon time.
Yeah. Speaking of, Cash App and the club rotations and all that. Shout out our brother DJ K Meta for Meta Mondays. Y'all gotta make sure
Meta
y'all
Mondays.
follow DJ
Greatest
K
DJ.
META, DJ K Meta World Peace. The world famous, as I call him.
Yes.
I've been on this. I've been
International,
known
man.
that K Meta was the best DJ ever. I've been known this. I've been trying to push this agenda, and now it's online. Everybody can just go figure it out. Meta Mondays, what's it? 8 p.m. Eastern. He should be spinning live. We be partying on Instagram since we can't party in real life. So I just want to shout out my boy.
Definitely be looking forward to my Mondays for sure.
Yeah, man.
Who would ever thought?
Yeah, I know, right? It was like the perfect, at the time when he first started, I was still at the dealership. So I was like getting off out at 7. So it was like my ride home. The first half of it was Meta Mondays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I enjoy it because it's almost, not only enjoying the vibes and everything, dope mixing and everything, but it's like even the comment sections are even just as fun.
Lit.
Because it's like we're all in this virtual club and we're having a conversation virtually with everybody as if we're in a club. Like, hey, you over there by the section? Cool. I'm about to get some more bottles. Come through. Oh, shit. Oh, man, Lily done got lost over there with the scammers. Like, damn. Shout out to the Shudo gang.
Shudo gang. I was right about to say shout out to the gang, man. We out
Which has
here.
been a great, it's almost like, it's just so funny because, Shudo gang be mobbing into these Instagram lives and it's almost to the point where people are like, what is SWH? What is that?
They hate us.
What is I'm like, sweet,
Wholesome
habashots. Okay, that's what it is. Coming to terrorize your comment boxes in your Instagram live. Coming to troll your shit.
Nigga, Habasha Instagram is ours.
It's
Okay?
ours,
We own
man.
it,
Shout
bro.
out to all the trailblazers and Shudoites.
Yeah, man, that shit's been like the highlight of it, honestly, man. Just building like that whole coalition of a bunch of new friends.
Yeah, it's like a support group almost. It started almost like something fun and turned into like a support group and turned into a family.
Yeah, bro. I love it. I ain't gonna lie.
Great.
I ain't gonna lie.
They're gonna love watching this clip when they get it.
Gang. What's up? Yeah, man. But shit, man. What else been going on online?
Oh, Funk and Friends.
Saturdays,
Saturday
9
nights.
p.m. Central. That means 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time.
And that is tentative.
Yes, it is subject to
Subject-
HPT, CPT, all the PTs. Okay.
That shit don't ever consistently be at 9. I think I started on time once, nigga. And people still showed up late, like, oh, nigga, you started on time?
Like, what is this? Yeah, bro. Funk and Friends, man. That shit is fun as fuck, too, bro. Yo ass, the people you be having on there,
Bro, I don't know where they come from.
I don't be knowing either, bro.
That's the beauty of like social media. It's just that share button. People just
Say, fuck it, man. Hey, yo, it's live over here. It's like a club, bro. Come over here to this section. Come to the Funk and Friends section.
niggas probably come through.
Like
man.
Instagram is now like the strip, right? It's
Yeah.
like 6th Street or
It
whatever,
is.
and it's
Like
like,
Deep Ellum.
well, yeah, which club you hopping in? You feel what
in
I'm
this
saying?
bitch. Especially
Funk
if
got a club now.
Funk got the club on Saturdays, niggas be popping in and out. I'll be going for hours and shit, just be bullshitting, be talking up, having fun. And like you said, man, you get random people pop in there, and it's just be like, hey, yeah, my friend sent me this and was like, I should come on, and I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but my friend said I would be great to come on here and talk about something. I was like, bitch, what? What? Welcome, great, nice to have you.
Yeah,
Coming here with all this excitement with nothing to say.
I don't know what I want to say, but I'm here. I'm here.
Ew, sex. Oh my God, I would never do that. All right, exit. God, what are you?
What you think we're here to do?
Yeah,
Fucking. You have somebody particular you think about with this shit.
Oh, I bet there's been several people that just come on here confused, and I'm just like,
This is the real deal. You better come on here ready to spill some beans.
and then Don't come up on there and knowing what's going on and now answer my questions.
Yeah, that's kind of whack. You can't come up there and be like, no, I don't wanna. You knew what it was when you hit request.
Yeah, you was watching.
Yeah.
You even just told me what I apparently be talking about on here.
So apparently you're like talking about like sex and stuff, but I'm not down for that.
Oh, no, never, ever. But I just wanted to say hi. Bitch, if you don't write that in the comments.
High funk will suffice. You know what I'm saying?
My producer read that shit. All right? Look at
Bro,
that.
bro, but you know what? That kind of shows the status of the shit because niggas want to be on there. They want to see they want to be face to face with the funk.
It's like, hey, ladies. It's always fun too because it always turns into like I've enjoyed it so far because I've met different people from all over the place to where, you know, you might connect with them on that live at whatever point, and then you just like, okay, yeah, we'll stay in touch, and then you kind of stay in touch, communicate, talk, DM. I've had girls shoot they shot at me on the DMs after these lives, and I'm just like, okay, yeah,
It's good.
It's good. That's why I be saying I don't give a damn if no nigga ever tunes into my lives. I said it, but as long as the ladies is there,
Cause you winning.
we're gonna keep on.
But we still
going.
gonna tune in because the shit funny as hell.
Oh man, we cracking
got
up.
to.
We're going up tonight.
Oh yeah, it's lit. Another one, 9 p.m. ish.
Shout out to my producer, by the way. Coming in with a trust the funk.
Trust the funk, bro. He said some wild shit the last show. I was like, I heard that shit. Well, he said, let me just say he hit a Donald Trump line.
Oh yeah,
Bro, I was like, yo, he on 10 right now.
bruh. So I think I heard it say it. I said,
I didn't even read the reactions. I was there, so I wasn't looking at my phone. I was like, what the fuck is he thinking?
I try to play that shit off like, who the hell said that? Who said that shit?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
You heard that producer?
It wasn't me.
It's old apartment, squeaky stairs and shit.
Yeah, bro. Golly, that shit had me wild, bro. That shit had me tripping.
Yeah, but it's definitely been fun though. I've enjoyed it. I'm glad people are enjoying it. So
That's what it's all about, right?
yeah, I think this is episode 6.
Damn.
Yeah, and I've been doing it once a week. So, and we still in quarantine.
Damn. We ain't went nowhere yet.
I did that bit back in April. Now it's still going. I did that like a whole month after quarantine started. We still in
I
quarantine.
remember the whole thing was like you just thought it was gonna be I knew when you first did it, I was like, this is gonna be a lasting thing, at least for a while. Not because of quarantine, but because you're gonna want to keep doing it. But I remember the idea was like, I'm just gonna do this, and then you were like, oh fuck it, I'll do it again next week, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm about to do this shit every week now. I mean, we still in quarantine, so
Yeah, I was like, oh, I guess people wanted it. I was like, I'm gonna keep going then.
yeah, because you gotta have that unadulterated, unfiltered.
Unadulterated funk. Cause all this other shit got so like it's kind of like childish almost. You know, some of the
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I was talking to I guess I can't really reveal names. Spooky. I was talking to Spooky. Spook came back,
Yeah.
so he brought the Boonai time back, and so I was talking to him about doing shit, cause we're like shout out to like all the other pages, obviously, you know what I'm saying. Habesha Time representing the UK, Salam Central representing the family networks, you know what I'm saying, like so I was telling him, I was like, hey bro, like you don't have a monopoly right now anymore because all these pages are up and booming, but you got an edge. You can because you're not. We weren't filtered on Boonai Time podcast. We said some wild ass shit. So I was like, your edge right now is that you could allow for shit that's a little more edgy, a little less family friendly. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think they're going to, I know they're going to start, putting out their own content and shit. So it's going to be fun. I'll probably get on there.
It'd be interesting,
Post a little bit.
I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. And then, cause like you said, all these other ones doing, now we got the dating apps out there.
Oh yeah, Jebana. And that's funny because who made the Jebana thing pop?
Oh yeah.
Nigga, it was us. It was you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who brought the phrase like built like a Jebana, and then everybody took off with that shit.
Damn. I used to love to incorporate Gemini's. Hell, man, I used to put Black Label in my drinking days in the Gemini.
Yep.
And now I stuff it with the weed, with the green. I put
Yes,
the green
sir.
in the Gemini.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that kind of tripped me out that that's what they called it, but you know there was supposed to be some other dating apps that there's actually there are other Habesha dating apps in existence, but they don't have the right machines behind them
Yeah,
to
they don't have a
get.
platform like they do.
Yeah, so it made sense that Salem Central did that, and that's dope. And it looks nice. It's like it's clean. I haven't really been on it because I ain't trying to have the missus thinking nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like. So my friend saw you on Gemini.
I'm like, come on, girl. Like, damn.
What you looking for, huh?
Yeah, it's like shit. I was sent the beta. I was supposed to check it out.
I just created. I was just trying to help.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just building numbers.
Man, I haven't made me no profile. I don't. These dating apps, man. I can't stand dating apps.
Yeah. I've never actually been on one. Ever.
They're not. It has its moments. I've had. I guess that I've used a handful of them, and really, I go on there when I'm just trying to search for some cat. Honestly, like I'm not even trying to find nothing serious on
Google
there.
cat.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
facts.
I'm not over here trying to, like
I thought that, to be quite honest, I thought that was like the whole thing about dating apps, is like, or at least when it got to the point of Tinder.
yeah. Tinder, I
fuck,
felt like that was.
Yeah, like eHarmony, I guess, whatever. But Tinder, I thought like
More
the
hookup.
whole point about Tinder was like, yo, I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Right? And then now people are taking Tinder seriously or something?
Sometimes there's people who get on there and they take it overly serious, right? They'll put in there, and usually, I think you can kind of make it a clear understanding of what the expectation is in the bio. Some people will be like, only serious inquiries, not here for hookups and this and that. Want something serious, looking for something serious. Like, next.
Swipe, which way is the bad
Left.
way? Swipe left.
To the left. To
To the left, to the left.
Swipe.
You ain't trying to funk, swipe your ass to the left.
left. No, we don't got no. What is the purpose, bro? I done been on some terrible Tinder dates. Like I done had enough bad experiences on these apps to where I just was like, okay, I'm done with it. Right? I've even had a friend tell me he's pulled up to meet this girl that he met on there, and as he's like pulling up, he's trying to see which one she is, and he sees her on the phone like, yeah, I'm over here, something standing by this. And, before he told her what kind of car he got, he's like, he sees her and he says, whoa, this is
Not
what I was expecting. This is not what I saw in the photos.
Yeah, it's false advertising.
I'm gonna hit the, I'm losing connect.
No, he didn't.
What? Hung up. That boy done jetted off, boy. She looking up like, what's that? Car screeching off.
Whoa.
He gone. Gone. He ain't talked to her. No
skedaddled
answers.
like that.
Skedaddled. Got out of there.
Damn. I mean, I can't be mad at him all the way. I ain't mad at him at all.
She
really.
false advertised.
That's facts. So does that qualify as the catfish?
Yeah. Catfish. But see, I guess there's different ways to go about it. Sometimes people don't FaceTime beforehand, which I think can make a big difference.
That's stupid.
Right?
You got to FaceTime it.
Yeah.
If they got an Android, it's over with anyway.
Yeah, it's like, what are we going to do? How we going to text each other?
We'll Skype.
You want to download Hangout, Google Hangout and
WhatsApp
shit?
your ass, girl. Get out of here.
All right, bitch, what's your Viber?
Not the Viber.
God, dog. This
Oh,
is
fuck.
ridiculous.
Yeah, FaceTime, I feel like that's like that's the next step.
Yeah.
Especially now, quarantine, like COVID time, you FaceTime and then you FaceTime. You give it real FaceTime.
Oh, on these dating apps, they even have COVID,
Disclosures or whatever,
not
disclaimers.
even- yeah, COVID disclaimers, COVID alternate ways of dating with the COVID. Oh, here you guys go. You guys should do this. You guys should,
Virtual picnic.
yeah, virtual picnic. What virtual? Hey, man.
I made that up. I don't know if that's real.
Oh, yeah.
What do they be advertising?
No,
What
they
do they be doing?
talking about that. The FaceTime, do things virtually.
Oh, they're serious.
Yeah, like a virtual date.
Whoa.
of
Bro,
some
we're headed towards the Matrix.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing everything staring at a camera.
Bro, this is so crazy.
It's gonna be lenses on us at all times.
Like I honestly feel that, bro. Like I feel like we're about to be on that Terminator shit. I don't know if you remember that scene. I think it was Terminator, where like the lady had like she was like, somebody had like goggles on and they were like experiencing sex, but like through some sort of like virtual reality shit.
Oh,
was that Terminator?
Oh yes, it was
literally
Terminator.
The only scene I remember from
when he was trying to have sex and he was like walking up on her and she's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" She's like, "No," and then she's like, hands him the thing to put on his forehead. And
yeah, I guess that's what I just remember there being a scene, and like they're like having sex like in their minds, basically, like visually. Yeah,
it's all through mental because what did she say? She said something about because he was from from our time period, right? And he was gone into the future, I guess is the case, and I guess to prevent any sexual transmitted diseases, the fear of all of that is what has led her to want to do it virtually. Like, ew, regular sex, like,
no, let's have ESP sex.
Yeah, we can catch diseases. Ew, like gross. It's like, what?
Bro, that's wild to me. But I would not be surprised if that's where we're headed, bro. Like the chip, that was the other thing. Like, so I remember I was watching this, 10 years ago. I was really big on like conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? I was on my Illuminati bag, you know, when that whole shit came out. Like I was really one of them motherfuckers who was doing all the research, right? And I had watched this series on YouTube. It was like called Zeitgeist or something like that, and it had to do a lot with like money, and then you learn about the origins and who owns every fucking thing. I was like, oh shit. So like the Rockefeller family is like one of the big ones, right? And then the current living Rockefeller, after 9/11, was being interviewed, and the journalist soon after died, right? Oddly enough, but he gets it put out before he dies, and he was actually a friend of his, so I think it was like off the record, and he was talking about how they used 9/11 to infiltrate, like they use these big events to one step deeper into privacy, and using the auspices of security as what makes it valid for them to do like that next step, right? So for us, what we think about more is like how the airport changed, right? You know, I used to watch the window as my dad flew off for work because he traveled a lot for work, but now you can't even go in unless you have a ticket, right? But the reality was the airport thing is not even it. It was NSA, all that shit, like tapping all your phones, everything being digital, like them having the right to like all our shit is tapped, whether people want to believe it or not. Like if that shit is battery powered and it has a mic, it's over with. They know what's going on, right? But that was the next level. This dude said the next level is the chip. Like he said it. He was like, we got to do the chip. And he was like, the chip, like what? Like you're gonna have to physically put that in people. Like how are you gonna make that work? He was like, oh, we'll just have some other crazy disaster, like something where people are going to want it. Like people will accept it. You feel me? That's what fucks me up about shit like this. Like obviously, you know, I have people who I'm related to or you know close to their families who are high in like the health world, right? But so I don't ever want to like discredit like the stuff that, you know, because obviously I know from their perspective like all this shit's very, very real. But then there's like there's the stuff that I feel like goes beyond health, where it's like money and power and like how things could be influenced. Even the people who are looking at it from a health perspective, you can only work on stuff with the information that you receive, like with the data that you get. But if the data is fucked, you know what I'm saying? Or the sources are not, you really don't know what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? And so I was thinking like, man, like I would not be surprised if something, whether it's this or something like this, is what pushes people towards like, you know, the chip, you know, and that chip is, well, if people don't know what the chip is, like a little RFID little chip, it's like the grain of rice. If you could inject it with a vaccine and it wouldn't hurt any more than a shot would, you know what I'm saying? But then you would have it in you, and then they could have all your vitals and all that. So the idea is like there's going to be all these positives that come from it. You know, like I said, being able to read your vitals, your blood, and then you also have like the technical aspect. You could store your personal information on it, your banking, like everything, to where like you could just walk up and boop boop, like you don't need a wallet, you don't need this, that, the other, because everything you can store in this little itty bitty chip that is within you.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Yeah, well,
I'm not with that.
I mean, of course you're not. Who the fuck,
Yeah.
like, sanely would want that? But I wouldn't be surprised within our lifetime. I mean, think about it. Like our grandparents, you know, like or that people who are ages of our grandparents, like if they're not still here with us, imagine like what they've seen in their lifetime, like the transformation of the world. So imagine what we're gonna see, because everything is exponentially faster now than it was then. In the '90s, a computer, one single computer that had less power than our cell phones, was bigger than this whole fucking room.
Yeah.
And
The
now
thing just shrinks.
everything just shrinks. But and not only does it shrink, it becomes infinitely more
Yeah,
powerful.
which is
Like not
crazy.
infinitely, but exponentially. Yeah,
It's getting smaller and fitting more.
yeah, exactly. Like one
The irony.
gigabyte was unheard of back in the time, and now we're talking like terabytes.
No, it ain't none.
That ain't shit.
Imagine if even imagine
Imagine.
again, just like in Black Mirror with the chip, right now you have the ability to always go back into the database of memories and be able to relive moments in life. Like I think that would be terrible. Like if people had the ability to access past memories and past experiences, that'd be the worst thing I think that could happen. I think people would lose their fucking minds.
Well,
It'd be
I
the
mean,
end of our society almost.
if they had control over it, it may not be that bad. But my thing is actually less about a individual's usage of this shit. I'm always worried about Big Brother. Like my issue is not, oh, like people will have the ability to, you know, or I don't know. My thing is like, all right, but what if the government don't fuck with you? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what? Your shit get shut off. Now you don't have shit because all of these like fiat currencies, like coins, dollars, bills, none of it matters because it's all digital now, or identification, all that shit is on there. So like your whole shit could be turned off. I watched a movie, I think it was called In Time. Did you see it with Justin Timberlake? You ever seen that? Or On Time or In Time? It's actually a pretty damn good movie. But it everything, the currency, everything was valued based on time. So you were paid in time. Everything happened in time. You bought groceries in time. But when your time ran out,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
literally you died.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like the same shit. Like imagine if that shit's in you. There's nothing in my mind that says that they can't use that and then like literally infuse it with something with at the turn of a switch or a button or whatever. Like it could literally emit some sort of poison or some sort of thing that instantly kills you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be thinking about this shit way too deep, obviously. But
No, I think about it in both ways. Like Big Brother catching you and then you mentally drowning yourself.
yeah, I feel
You know
that
what I'm
too.
saying? Just drowning yourself in the past. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, dude said on Game of Thrones, he said, go, you know, the sea is beautiful, but if you stay down there too long, you'll drown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
It's like we love to see that kind of things, but you can bury yourself and kill yourself in your past. Almost.
Yeah, facts. That was the one from what was the show?
Game
Black
of
Mirror?
Thrones.
No.
Black Mirror, yeah.
That what you're talking about though was that like that ability where they had this thing in you where everything you saw was basically recorded, right? Like through your eyes.
So it's like they can play back all their memories. So he can, like, for instance, in the show, he did a job interview and he just kept replaying that interview in the back, trying to see, like,
Where he went
catch
wrong?
something. Yeah, like catch where it went wrong, what happened. And he was dissecting it too much, right? And then he did the same thing now with his relationship with his wife. Realized she was cheating and starts going back and looking at memories of times where he's like, oh, well, how did I miss it? And keeps replaying the moments, right?
Shit.
And to the point where now she's left. Now he's replaying moments of having sex
Their
with her,
past.
like
Oh
all
my
these
God.
past moments, right? So now he's just stuck living in the past.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah, so I just look at it in different aspects. Like sometimes people have had so much good in the past that, you know, maybe a lot more bad has happened in their life, and they come.
They're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just stay back there.
You know, people overthink things too.
Yeah, especially with like sex and shit. Not to be a weirdo, but like I could definitely imagine that like somebody had their prime in life and then they've turned it into like, or now it's no longer their prime. They're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna relive my teenage or my college years and just do that shit forever.
Yeah, like like a wife is sitting there with her husband, but he's busy watching playbacks of him and this hooker that he hooked up with in Honduras. He just keep playing them back.
Tijuana Punani.
They're like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, that shit there.
Golly.
He's like that. That's what I was doing in Dubai. So I just keep playing back his Dubai trip.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. But so there's a lot of dope shit that's come about in the last time. I think one of the dopest things, pop culture phenomenal sort of things that's come out is The Last Dance.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, bro. I was really glad that Mike did that shit. And I feel like he knew he was going to do this shit the whole time.
Yeah, remember, even in the beginning of the first episode, it tells you 97, 98 season, they were given a film crew for the whole year.
Well, I knew at that point they knew it was the last. But I'm talking about even before that. Because if you remember, I don't know if you peeped, but Mike was always super protective of his likeness. Right? So, like in video games, for example, Mike was not on any of the NBA Lives, NBA Street. Did you not recognize that? Mike was not in none of these games.
Yeah, he is. He's in 2K.
In 2K now, that's what made it so big. It was the one he was on was when he allowed them the licensing rights.
Oh, I don't know. I felt like he was always on it, but I don't know.
I was big like on NBA Live, like the 96, 97. Like his shit was grayed out. Like it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? He was a genius about it. He knew like his likeness was worth something. You feel me? And so I feel like even up until 97, 98, he knew like, you know, who he was. But 97, 98,
yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, when they called it The Last Dance, I think that was just, you know, genius. They kept a camera crew and they did all this.
Yeah,
but,
Phil Jackson.
But think about a lot of that coverage was before 97, 98. I mean, the majority of it is like, if you haven't watched the show, you know, go fuck yourself. But you have they're playing it and it's progressively going forward in time, but then it's also jumping back in time. But if you think about it, for all that stuff that was captured back in time, that wasn't as intentional as the 97, 98 year. Like 97, 98, he even says it first episode, like you said, they allowed for a film crew to follow them this year. Like they knew what they were doing that. But even all the times leading up to it, you know.
But they knew 98 was or 97, 98 was the last season.
Yeah, they knew that.
That was after the previous championship. They talked about it.
Because the GM was like,
it's like, oh, yeah, Phil's not coming back.
I'm fucking this shit up, yeah.
Yeah, Phil's not coming back. We're going to rebuild, so forth.
And they were never the same ever since.
No.
Like, that was stupid.
It just goes to show you that sometimes, and to his credit, he did a good job of assembling the team throughout the process. You know, hiring Phil, hiring Doug Collins, doing these different things. But at the end, it showed you that he got greedy. He wanted that. I guess the credit for the 6 championships, where he says players don't win it; it's the organization wins it.
Yeah,
like
no,
homie,
motherfucker. The players is out there winning that shit.
Yeah. The organization does a great part, but they don't win the championships. They're not out there playing the basketball games.
Exactly. That shit was stupid. It's something about that name Jerry that's always trying to get credit.
Damn Jerry's. Why is every person Jerry's a GM of? God, I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys.
Shit, I do.
Oh, even though I got my Cowboys.
I do. Shit, we had us a nice little draft.
We had a great draft.
Bro, I'm excited, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we always excited. We real ass fans. I don't give a fuck how people hate on us. We real fans. We fanatics, and we think our team is gonna win Super Bowl every year. Every year, because we aspire to be great. We're not like, oh well, you know, we can go like 7-9.
Yeah, we have higher expectations, unlike some of you bum.
Yeah, Deadskins
trash.
You know,
the Feagles.
The Feagles. The New York Little Giants.
The Little Giants. The New York Little Giants.
Baby Giants.
We got this year. I'm happy. We got to do coaching change. We got some good draft picks coming in. This might be one of our best drafts. And that says a lot since we typically have good drafts. But this might be one of our best drafts.
Like ever.
Yeah. This was an amazing draft.
Like they literally got a steal. Every pick was a steal.
Every pick. So,
you know I mean, I guess technically you don't know if it's a steal till they play, but relative to where they were projected to go,
the expectation,
every single one of them should have been gone well before they got to us. Yeah. And so the only person we had to trade up for was the center to replace Travis Frederick. So I'm excited about it, bro. I just don't know what they're gonna do with Dak.
I don't even want to think. That's a brain twister right there, because you never know. One moment is we're gonna pay him, another moment is we not paying them. Next is like,
I don't think they talking about not paying him. They just don't want to pay. Yeah, it's like, I think from what they say, this is the craziest thing because the numbers haven't come out, but from what they say, the whole argument is based on 4 or 5 years. Now at this point, it's like, all right, cool. We worked out the per year figure. We've worked out the guarantee. Blah 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 blah. But the Cowboys trying to sign him for 5 years. Dak is trying to get signed for 4. The reason being, there's a new TV contract that's going to come in. The salary caps are all going to go up. And so he can get more money on that 5th year if he resets his deal. My thinking on that is, I mean, that's pretty ballsy. Because in my opinion, if you're going to be that damn good in 5 years, it really doesn't matter. You might as well take the money, take the 5 years or whatever. Because you're still going to get the ability to re-sign after that 5th year. But if you don't live up to it, they gonna cut your ass. You know what I'm saying? That 4th, 5th year may never even come about. And if it does, they're probably gonna draft somebody your 4th year. You know what I'm saying? Your 3rd year, and then have they motherfucking ass in waiting. I mean, they got Andy Dalton, and I don't care what nobody says. The dude he's a starting quarterback for almost a decade now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He went to the playoffs, threw for 4,000 yards for 5-6 years. I'm honestly at the point where I'm just like, yo, you got the deal on the table. I mean, as a black man, I want him to get the money. As a Cowboy fan, I mean, either way, he's getting money. He's getting $30 million a year. But, you know,
I can't feel bad for nobody making $30 million a year.
Yeah, like to the expense of,
oh man, you should have got 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think the argument is like whether they're at like 35 now, and he wants like 40 or 38 or 40. I'm like, bruh, like, come on, dog. Like, just go ahead. Take the 35. You were a 4th round pick. I would have took that shit like this, bro. Took it and ran. Or just at least play on the franchise tag. You're gonna make $31 million this year, and next year he'll be like 38. It's like $70 million in 2 years.
Just ball out.
And then make the motherfuckers. If you make $70 million in 2 years, and then you get that $200 million contract, like, I've done the math. He actually benefits more from playing on 2 franchise tags and then signing the big deal. Like, he would make way more money doing that shit. But of course, it's football, so you don't know if you're gonna get like the Alex Smith shit where like you break your fucking leg. Yeah.
You never know.
So I understand why he would want to guarantee a fat check. But
it's all about taking the money, as much money as you can before that happens. Yeah. Too many and ifs.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, bro. That's a lot of zeros, big. I'm looking like.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. Hopefully they get that done here. They don't have too much time. So it's gonna be exciting to see what happens, man, with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
football season. I'm just looking forward to hoping that there's a football season, basketball season. I don't know. We've gotten word that there might come back. How that's gonna happen, I don't know.
If they come back, they need to come back well before September, because once football season get the rolling, any Sunday game that they have out there ain't getting watched.
Yo, bro, they just need to go ahead. Do it like a high school basketball tournament. Just go to one arena. Just play all these games for the whole next 2 weeks, whatever. How many games is left worth of in the season? Just play them all in one arena. Knock that shit out, and let's get these playoffs cracking.
They talking about doing that shit in Vegas.
Yeah, knock that shit out.
Vegas, they're saying if they do that shit for football, Dallas is a prime city for it. Texas as a state would be A1 because all of our high school stadiums are like professional stadiums. You know what I'm saying? So in the DFW Metroplex alone, you'll have Cowboy Stadium. You'll have Jerry World 2.0 in Frisco, SMU, right? UTA. And then you have all the high school stadiums. Allen High School. My high school stadium was huge as fuck.
South
Lake. You know what I'm saying? They could get it done, bro. I'm real interested to see how that shit turns out, man.
It's going to be curious. I'm curious to see in that basketball. I'm curious to see how that plays out. All the sports in general. It's tough, man. We're bored as fuck. We need to watch something. Hell,
bro, as a country,
oh my god.
Like, I think that they're not taking into account like the fact that people are going to start tripping the fuck out at some point.
Yeah. Weren't they supposed to have like a game of horse or some stupid shit like that?
No, I think they were doing that.
Yeah, I don't know
one of
whatever
the
happened to it.
on one of the ESPNs. I mean, shit, how many times you gonna play horse till you bored?
I don't even care to watch that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think people watched it. I think it happened. People were like, meh.
It's like, I'm gonna watch you guys play horse. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. The whole shit is just real. From the health perspective, I think the issue is not I don't think the issue is about as deadly as it is, to be honest, because it ain't, relatively speaking, it's not as deadly as other health issues that you can get. I think it's the unknown that people are tripping out about. Like, damn, we don't know if, people don't know where it really came from. They don't know. Obviously they know it's highly contagious, but they don't know like the extent of, can you get it again, right? Because it's not like, because if they could prove that you can't get it again, then you just treat it like the chicken pox. You do the whole herd immunity, tell everybody, go out there, fuck it, just live life. You're gonna have a real bad wave, but then after that, everybody's just gonna get immune to it because you can't get it no more. You build the antibodies, you pass the antibodies on, and then everybody's good. But there's just so much unanswered shit, and I just don't know how the fuck something like this just randomly happens. I don't think it's a coincidence that this shit happens this year with all like the Trump shit and all the other shit going on. I just don't. Something about this shit is just real fishy. Real fishy.
I don't know, man. I don't trust anything the government does.
Yeah.
I'm always curious. I'm just like, I just need you guys to send me my check.
I heard there might be another one.
They need to go ahead and run it. Like, they bullshitting. Run that check, man. Y'all tripping, man. We need our money now.
Yeah, I need them coins. Another 12 would be nice. There were so. Oh, bro, did you hear about the student loan debt relief?
Yeah, what is it? They're taking
10
off 10 bands, right?
Is it happening for sure?
Well, this is what
they voted on it. What, yesterday?
I don't know. I just saw that the Democrats had proposed a new stimulus plan that involved the student loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
As well as up to $6,000 a household.
Right, because it'd be the same calculation as before, except like the cap is.
You actually get money now for your dependents.
Yeah. Well, they were getting money for the dependents. I think the dependents themselves get money.
But it was like only like $500.
Yeah, now it's $1,200.
Yeah. So now as a house, you can actually make like $6,000. But the only thing is it's up to 3 children or something.
Yeah, so it would be
because
it's 5 total. So it could be 4 if you're a single parent, right? So you'd have the adult and then 4 dependents, or 2 adults, 3 dependents.
So that's interesting to see how that goes. If they'll pass it, you never know with these whole Democrats, Republicans. They'll just, it can be the greatest plan ever. They'll just deny it because it's whatever party based.
Yeah,
plan.
They came it went through last time. Shit, I got that shit.
I'm not tripping if they send me another 12.
Bro, what?
I'm cool with that. I'm happy.
Another 12, man. I ain't mad at that. Plus, I just got a new job and shit. I'm excited, nigga.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, bro.
That boy finally got out the car world.
I had to, man. It was a nice little transition piece. I feel like if people don't know, if you having trouble getting money, go to a car dealership and tell them you're trying to sell cars. It's the least, just get out there. You gonna make, either they gonna fire your ass in a month or 2 because you ain't selling no cars. But even then, you got free money. But it's a nice little transition thing. You know what I'm saying?
Not too bad.
Yeah, make a little bread and get up out of there.
So with recent news, California's going on for another 3 months in quarantine, right? So
3?
Yeah.
I know that they said
it's 3 months.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think it's through July now.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
So it's 3 months. All of this, June and July. Yeah, it's 3 months.
Damn, that's crazy.
Sorry, California. I know
your
that
summer's
sucks.
pretty much wrapped up.
Your summer's done.
Yeah.
Whereas, out here in Texas,
we open.
Yeah, we're opening. Things are opening 25% occupancy. So if you go certain places, they have certain restrictions. So as far as the distance and people serving you, all this stuff. So all these things are put in place, man. I guess we open in phases. So we're opening in phases. So I guess now we're still in phase 1.
Ooh, you talking about Texas?
Yeah. So we're in it's like 4 phases.
Certain types of stores, certain amount
Yeah.
of occupancy per those types of stores. But if you see the roads, like, my bad, I don't mean to cut you
No,
off
you're
with
right.
the
The
phases.
roads are full.
The roads are full. I just got hit on the way here.
Sheesh.
I got into a fucking wreck.
You better call. I just got hit.
Okay.
You better
Nah,
call. I
man.
just got hit.
Well, man, that shit was. It was raining. Motherfucker hydroplane hit me. I got a little Honda, little sports car, little thing. I was Tokyo drifting out there trying to hold my shit together.
Well, you drive like goddamn Paul Walker out here.
Hey, bro, not this time.
Yeah.
It's funny, like as I be getting out there and getting it sometimes, but anytime I've gotten to an actual accident, it was because I was driving the speed limit and somebody hit me. Ain't that a bitch?
That's a story. I'm sticking to it.
No, it is.
I
Dude,
know.
you know, the guy didn't even take my insurance. He was like, "Yeah, man, I messed up. I'm sorry, man. I hydroplaned. It's not really my fault." I was like,
It's like a truck magnet.
"Yeah, bro, and it's always trucks."
Trucks love to hit you, man.
Yeah, I know. This last truck, they about to pay. Payday coming. I'm so excited.
So, man, what's one of the first things, man? What's your plans once this quarantine over, man? What you trying to do after this shit's over?
So for sure, we're due, like, so my family, especially on my mom's side, like, they'll pretty much all of us except for my uncle Teddy Monson, pretty much everybody else is in Dallas. So we're definitely gonna be getting together. Like, we usually just be having a great time barbecuing and shit, and we usually try to do it at least once a month or once every few weeks. So now we probably go back to back. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to, take my girl out, go eat somewhere and shit. But to keep it a buck, you know me, bro. I don't really be out like that. Like, this really quarantine didn't really change much about how I move and interact. It kind of normalized it for most other people. Like, the hardest part, to be honest, was not seeing my fam. Like, I didn't see my mom for the first 2 months of it until, like, we were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna, like, link up on Sundays and make sure we are all clean and sterilized and shit, washing up and all that. But yeah, I mean, I want to get back to doing this shit more often for sure. Like, coming back, like, normalizing this. Currently my role at my new job, I'm over back in the investment world where I like to be. I'm working from home, and then they said we'll be, like, back in the office. But they don't know when. But then they also said we might have flexibility about being able to work at home. But probably, you know what? Now that I think about it, I know I'm running around in circles. The main thing I'll probably do is fly out to LA and to New York. Those are probably, like, because I love those two cities. I got mad people I need to link up with in LA, and then I want to go see my sister in New York, and I got some people I want to link up with out there too. So that's probably, now that I think about it, outside of just, like, normal shit, a flight to New York, a flight to LA, and then if possible, taking a trip to Addis. At the, usually do it like end of the year, top of the next year sort of shit. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. A little bit of travel, but not much. What about you?
Travel.
Yeah, right.
Get the hell out of this city.
Yeah,
Just go see people, explore.
Yeah.
Just want to go outside, even though I kind of been outside, but I mean,
we're in Texas, bro. We don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, we're a little more, I guess, not as, I don't know, cautious, I would say, as other places.
We're cautious. We're not. We're, like, super precautious. Like, we're like, oh, okay, I recognize that this thing is real.
Yeah.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands. But I'm not finna just be cooped up in the crib, like, not doing shit. Yeah. I'm about to move into a new place in like a month or two, a month and a half. And, after that, I'm trying to take it easy, bro. Like I think this whole thing made me really appreciate the people, like, who are around me, the people who I do deal with, you know what I'm saying? And then just, linking up with the wholesome Habeshas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we're gonna
have to have a little social link up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little shoto reunion. Yeah. Or I guess wouldn't be reunion.
Be a little shoto meta, a union.
Yeah, shoto union. Shooter gathering. So that's gonna that's probably gonna be on the next to do list for me. And then do that, and then
Yeah, that's why I was thinking L.A. To be honest, like I need to do that. I gotta go link up with some music folks and
then we could bounce over to Tanola and get ratchet one time.
ooh, I've never partied in New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans.
Sleeping.
I've never partied in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, it never stops.
For real?
It's disgusting. In such a great way.
I mean, expand for me, please.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's just you're bouncing from bar to bar or whatever, club to club. The shit goes on till wee hours of the morning, and there's so many damn people. Like, you run into people not only from New Orleans but from all over the place, man. You run into so many ladies.
Because it's like an attraction, like a party attraction. That's where people go.
It's just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just it's I can only do a couple days worth. I 2 nights and I'm
it's
good.
like that.
2 nights and I'm good. Yeah. So it's like almost kind of like a Vegas, from my understanding. I ain't really partying in Vegas, but
it sounds like it's like a mixture of like a 6th Street and a Vegas, as far as like a strip.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it doesn't sleep like a Vegas or a New York.
It's just so much random shit on that street. I remember
Bourbon Street, right? I'm tripping. Yeah.
Which is probably the most dirtiest streets I've ever seen in my life. So you could just smell the filth from the cobblestone. Just, good God, the sewage, big cesspool. We stumbled into some bar, and and mind you, the way you've been to New Orleans, the way New Orleans is built is an old French style town.
Yeah, yeah.
So especially in these Bourbon Street areas, so a lot of it is, even like the alleys are almost like walkway alleys. They're not really for
because
cars.
it's super small and shit.
So they have like these very tight little spaces in between buildings, and like in this crevice of a little building, you go through it, and there's like this open space, and there's this bar, and it happens to be what's like a vampire bar. So there's like a vampire culture in New Orleans where, I don't know why I run into random people, and I will have random conversations. And so this girl I met was from Europe, like France or something.
Yeah.
And was like, I moved out here, last year, because of the vampire community. It's like, what? The what?
Huh?
I was like, what? I was like, huh? You said the vampire community?
Yeah.
I was like, vampires? Like, what do you mean vampire community? She's like, vampires. I said, like the blood-sucking Dracula vampire?
And she confirmed.
She's like, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, it's kind of got a big culture out here with it. It's a big group out here, and we're out here. And then like I started noticing,
out here.
She said, we out here, and she's like, she has like fangs, like her teeth. She has like the fangs, and I asked her about her fangs. I said, so you got the teeth and everything. Like, that's real, or what is that? And she says, there's like a process. So there's like, they get them added to them. Right. And so she's like, yeah, my parents are also vampires, and they did theirs. I was whoa. Run that back. I said, your parents. So you grew up in this vampire life. So you like second generation.
Oh, you about
vampire.
this life for real.
I was kind of intimidated at this point. I was like, so, I'm starting asking more curious questions. Like, so does that kind of like, do you motherfuckers be biting each other and shit? Like, what the fuck?
I was just about to ask, like, how does that, like, do they actually suck blood? Are they, they can't really be like, killed by the sun and shit.
Bro, I was so confused.
Because they're still human.
It's human. And, I don't watch so many damn vampire movies that I feel like I done seen them where they biting each other and it's like a turn on, and I'm asking, if that's some kind of shit you get into. And she's like, no, see, that's often the misconception with those vampires, that we need blood to. She's like, it's like that we eat blood and that we're like bloodsuckers. But she's like, actually, no, I'm a vegetarian. And she's like, so I'm not really into like the blood.
Whoa, bitch. Whoa.
I said, where the I said, how do I get back on Bourbon Street? I don't know why.
Real shit. What are we doing
Stop
here?
taking these walking out the beaten path, bro.
I'm taking too many shots or something. I can't believe this bitch just said this shit.
Yeah, dog. Talking about I walk in the bar and they say downstairs, like I'm exploring. And they got like cages and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck do you have cages? And it's like those hanging cages.
Oh yeah, but them little go-go dancers be in there, don't they?
Yeah, but
It's like
they be
but
in
like
that motherfucker.
cage.
Yeah, cage like tied up like S&M shit, like balled and gagged. And I was like, what?
Boy.
It's like, all right, I gotta walk out of this bitch. I don't know what's. First, let me get an absent shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to hose the place down with some holy water. I said, "This, what is going on in here?"
Shit, bro. I can't even imagine, bro. I can't do a lot of that devil shit. You know me, bro. I'm
with the hardcore metal, that kind of music too when you walk in.
That's how it is when you go up in there?
Yeah.
I'm cool. Bro.
I literally thought I walked into hell. Like it reminded me of a scene from Little Nicky.
I'm cool, bro. I'm so cool on that shit. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm chilling on it, dog. But yeah, that's one thing I won't do after quarantine. But
Is go vampire
honestly,
hunting?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go vampire hunting. Honestly, she was nice until that conversation. I was
I'm
kind
intrigued. I'm intrigued. I did not know we were going to talk about this, but now I'm very intrigued. So
vampires.
yeah, like just about this particular instance, because she's saying she's a vampire. She's saying her parents are vampires, but really the only thing that makes them different than a regular human being is the fact that they put implants on their teeth, basically. Like it's not like
that's how you distinguish it.
Like physically, at least.
Yeah.
What else is when she says the culture? That's what tripped me out. She says, the culture. What's the culture? How you dress, your makeup, your
All
teeth?
of that. They got their own little culture, dog. They got their own Facebook groups. They got meetups. They have a bar they frequent. They have T-shirts.
Bro,
they got membership
do they
fees.
have like the fucking coats with like the cuffed up shits?
Nigga, like real hardcore, like my man
Count Dracula.
Count Dracula. I swear I saw
One,
Eddie.
two.
What's his name? Eddie Murphy and that bitch was a vampire, Brooklyn Vampire, whatever it's called, that movie. Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like that. It looked like that movie, the Twisted Fantasy Roots. What is that? Twilight Zone. Twilight. It's just called Twilight, right?
It's just Twilight.
Yeah,
Yeah, Twilight Zone is the show.
Yeah, the Twilight. It looked like them. It looked like them folks.
Yeah, let me have
She
seen
was
them
black
motherfuckers.
too, by the way.
It was a sister,
That's another crazy thing. She was black.
and she got black parents that are vampires.
Mm-hmm. The light skinned
y'all
girl
crazy.
from
They gotta
Spain
be.
or something.
They gotta be from New Orleans. Oh, she was light
She
skinned
was
from
from
Spain.
European. Yeah, she was European.
Oh, okay, cool. As
She was like French. That's what she was.
French, cool. Okay, that mean, I'm about to say, she ain't from America, like regular America. New Orleans is a different corner of the country.
But what tripped me out is, so I'm like, okay, so you've been out here for about 6 months now from France or whatever. I'm like, what do you do for a living? I even kind of startled when I asked that question, because I was like, vampires work? Like, what do you do?
I donate blood.
What do you do? Like, I don't know. So, what do you do? What do you do to pass time, earn money? I don't know. Like,
What she said?
she's like, I'm actually a software like programmer. I'm like, what? Bitch, write codes.
What if she was like, I work in the morgue?
I said, this bitch is
She's a geek
a
vampire.
geek, bro. This bitch writes software. she's like, yeah, I do independent contract work. So, it gives me the free range to be able to just, pick up and move whenever I want. So that's what brought me here.
I'm legit spooked.
She's like, my people was here. She's like, I could work from anywhere. I got, I stay writing software. So she be up in there doing her thing.
I mean, is it doing her thing?
I was like, is dating difficult being a vampire? She's like, it can be a challenge because sometimes people just aren't used to the lifestyle and just can't accept it. Yeah, I can see why.
Right.
If you brought me here on our first date, we would probably want to have a second one.
I definitely freaked the fuck out.
Freaked out.
I probably freak out when I saw your long too fast. That's what
I was with my coworkers too. I was like, you white folks done brought me here. I looked up, I said, hey man, y'all not picking the next spot, dog. Y'all, hey,
done.
Y'all not picking no more spots. Nigga talking about, yeah, let's go over here. They got absent shots. Bitch, I'm about to be absent the next time you make any suggestions, all right? Because I ain't fucking with this.
The fuck is that absinthe shot?
It's like this.
Oh, the drink?
It's a liquor, yeah.
Oh, okay,
it's,
yeah.
supposed to like one and done. You almost.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta ask with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I was good with that. I'm done. No more. No more vampires.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else there is, man.
I don't know. The only thing left, and it's not really up to us, is just wondering when it will be safe to go out again.
Yeah, man. I definitely would like to hear from y'all, my villages, when y'all think this is gonna be over.
Facts.
I know all y'all in different parts of the world.
Yeah. Or what will you be doing when this Rona shit is over with? What's your plans? What's the next thing you gonna do, or the first thing you gonna do when Rona has left the world and we are good to go?
Yes.
You let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
In all that.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Please, share. That's that real shit is sharing, right?
Yeah,
man. But anyway, man, I'm glad we got back together to do this shit, and we just gonna have to keep it going, man. Fuck it, we out here now, so
No cap.
no cap.
But Maestro. I put that motherfucker on the wrong one. Hold it.
He said, "Hold it." Man, that shit crazy, bro. Big Funk, what they call them. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
The villages.